Good evening all. Again, this is the BEEF Forum, the Business Entrepreneurial and Economic Forum. This is our second edition, and in the first edition and the main edition, I've given a graphic illustration of what's expected of us. That we are in this forum to give a graphic exposition of what it takes to start your business, how to go about it, and we knocked off some of the 6 fallacies that has kept many of you, including myself, in paid employment endlessly, and we thought sharing this information would be of a tremendous use. Today I welcome you to the second episode and to my channel. If you haven't subscribed before, I plead that you subscribe so that we will flow along in understanding what it takes to have your own business. Once again, welcome to the BEEF Forum, a period where we take time to explain to ourselves, to the youths, to the not too young, to the self-employed who are still struggling, and to the employee who is probably having that fear that he probably would never ever be able to have his own business. And even the rich who have been attempting to have so many businesses and have been failing one after the other. Our mandate in this segment is to expose to you some of what we call the DNA and understanding of business development, the ABC, step by step. Like I said earlier on, most of the nuggets we'll be giving you, you might not find in some MBA classes, you might not even find in some textbook. But it's for you to subscribe, so that whenever we release a new video like this, you'll be the first to receive it. I welcome you again one more time. And for this segment, we will quickly rush through what we did last week, or last time around, where we took some time to quickly tell you what you should do and what you should not do. We told you exactly what you look out for, and that businesses are actually established not by capital but by ideas of people. And we made it clear to you that those are the concepts you must have build your business on ideas. We also took one step to tell you that for each idea you must ensure you have a service or a product that you are delivering. And we said even for the product you are delivering, you must have that knack, that tenacity to ensure you have a constant customer satisfaction attitude. That if you have a constant customer satisfaction attitude, you better be in a position to keep your business growing. Then we said the fourth item, you must understand the character and the behavior of money. Money has a typical type of behavior. It's important you understand how money behaves, its character, and the DNA of money. If you understand how money behaves and its character, you are not likely to make a careless decision in your business development actually. And the fifth one, we also told you that you must understand how money works. How money works. You must know the environment you operate from. That you have a business startup in Africa, in West Africa, or even in Nigeria, it's a different ballgame where you have a business setup in developed society. Money works on both situations, but they are affected by the local business environment. You must be able to understand the ABC and the intricacies involved. And then we rounded up quickly by making that why you understand money, you should understand the price or the cost of money. Don't go by it. But today we will build on that. As we're talking about business development, the gap you want to fill, and the questions you should be asking yourself. I have the privilege of taking you through some steps and to ask you some very personal and personally deep questions as I take my seat to give you a better description of where we are today. Now, today, we do what is called the business search. You are listening to me from any part of the world, and your desire is to search for a business you would have loved to do. And you have been thinking about it, you've been asking yourself a series of questions. And the strategy has been as simple as ABC. Now listen very well. I usually ask people by some simple stroke of my imagination. Start off from your neighborhood. Watch around your neighborhood. If your neighborhood could be your immediate surrounding, it could be 2-3 streets from you, it could be wider than that, it could be your local government, it could be your environment, it could be your state. But define your neighborhood. Once you have defined that, be honest with yourself. Find out what product or service is missing. Remember, as I said earlier on, your business must be satisfying or filling up a gap. You can't run into business because somebody is doing it. If there is no gap, the business will fail. And before you know it, you're out of business. If you identify the gap, start from your neighborhood. Don't go too far. Your neighborhood, you define what is convenient for you in your neighborhood. Find out what is the gap. What is the product that is missing? What are the services that are missing? Once you have done that, ask yourself some simple, honest question. If you have identified the product missing, ask yourself a simple, honest question. You've identified the product and the services. Be honest with yourself. Are these products really missing? Or could it be that you have one or two companies or personality already providing those products or services, but they are grossly not being able to meet the demand? Now, these are studies you could do by yourself. These are studies you could do by yourself, but if you have the funds to hire a local management consultant to do the research for you, beautiful. But like I tell you, the program is designed for people who are handicapped by not having enough money. So I'm assuming you will not have money to hire a professional to consult for you, right? So I'm also assuming you may not be in the right frame of mind to embark on elaborate statistical survey. So like I said, the program covers the very poor, the very low-minded person, the poorly paid person, the person who is even averagely paid, and the guy who is well paid but does not know what to do and how to go about it. We have debunked the argument that you need to have sufficient funds or capital on ground for your business to start. No, ideas first. Then after having the ideas, you say search in your neighborhood. Your neighborhood is your environment. Your environment where you have an immediate impact of flow. It could be your local government. It could be some few streets within where you live. It could be a collection of streets. It could be local government. It could even be the states. It could be 2 or 3 local governments put together. But identify your neighborhood. In other words, identify who your potential customers could be. Now, you found out the product. Identify if there's a missing link that you need to fill in. There has to be a gap. There is no need for a sentiment. If there is no gap, you are not into business. You are into something else. Maybe your hobby, what you just love doing. But if you're into business and you indeed intend to go into business to be profitable and be successful, you have to drop sentiments. You have to identify the product and desire in your mind from what you have seen that indeed there is need for that product. Then, of course, you ask yourself some very deep personal questions. And I give you 2 seconds to reflect on it. As I speak to you, as you are listening to me, I give you 2 seconds. Reflect on it. Are you able to identify a product or a service missing in your locality? Are you able to find 1 or 2 products or services that are missing in your locality? Reflect about that and come to your conclusion. Now, let me quickly give you an advice while you are reflecting on that. Please, and I plead with you, let your paper qualification not hamper your sense of reasoning. If, for instance, you found out that in your environment, what is needed is a functional waste disposal mechanism, and you say you have a degree in finance and banking, how can I go into that? My brother and sister, you are not ready for business development. Or you find that in your environment there's need for crèche. There are so many nursing mothers who are middle class workers. And you realize that, oh, I'm not a nurse, I'm a male. How can I provide that? Then you're not ready for business. So drop your paper qualification. Your paper qualifications are okay. They are designed to make you have a kaleidoscope, a wide scope of thinking, which is what I'm taking you through now. But let it not be a handicap. Let it not be a hindrance, which has been a problem with many professionals like you and me. That's the truth. Now, having found out that what I call the dignity of labor, you must begin to inculcate this. I'm sorry to say, we have a problem here, especially in Nigeria, where people have a misconception about the dignity of labor. The dignity of labor simply means what your hands find doing, do it excellently well. Don't wear a hook of arrogancy, of pride, that I'm too tall, I'm too qualified to get this done. That's a wrong way to build a business. I remember a very good slogan some time ago, somewhere where a man is involved in disposing human waste. And he made it clear that the human waste, money from the human waste does not stink. That was his logo on his vehicle. That money from the human waste does not stink. In other words, it's involved in evacuating human waste and making good money. And whenever it draws that money to meet its expenses, that smell will not be there. That's a smart way to do things. That's called the dignity of labor. Now, my question. Are you ready to change your attitude and begin to wear the clock on the heart of somebody with that dignity of labor? If you are ready for that, then you are welcome to this channel. You are welcome to this concept. You are welcome to this delivery. You are welcome to this exposition. We must begin to realize that, because the food that goes into your stomach is not going to question the quality of work you are doing or the type of work you are doing. Unfortunately, and I must confess about that too, our background and our teaching all over our career period, including myself, we are taught to have a very good first-class degree in mathematics, statistics, economics, business, finance, accounting, name it, and then sociology, psychology, have other degrees, and then you put on a nice starched t-shirt and work 9 to 5 for 35 years, and you say you have a successful career. Sorry, my brothers and sisters, you are a disappointment. Those degrees were not designed for you to allow the intellectual strength embedded in you to go wasted. It's designed for you to not tax yourself. And I say start today by tasking yourself, even if you have a paid employment. Have you heard about the adage of professional billionaires who tell you that you must have at least 6 to 7 streams of incomes? Gentlemen, they meant what they are saying. You must have an additional 2, 3 streams of income for you to live a comfortable life. So we are moving on. You now have the dignity of labor. That's one other thing you must allow to skip or move from your mind, the fear of failure. Now listen, failure is failure if you call it failure. But if you call it an opportunity to learn a new game, then you are better off. You go into a business concept, expect a learning curve, expect a learning process. Those with lesser mind will call it failure. They don't call it failure again. Okay? That's the beauty of this training program. Call it an opportunity to learn on the learning curve. For when you attempt a business with a good study and there's a hiccup or there's a failure, you have not failed. You have only found one way not to do business. So the fear of failure must be knocked off. And apparently that fear of failure is one of the primary reasons Why many of you looking at me today, manager, senior manager, AGM in the bank, in the oil and gas industry, in the manufacturing outfit, you know what I'm talking about. It's the reason why you cannot go out and venture. It affected me too. Don't be ashamed about it. You earning so much a month, and wow, I can't live this for an uncertain life. But you know the mistake you are making? You are actually living an uncertain life, and you are abandoning the certainty out there. But we are not trained that way. That's the beauty of this BEEF forum. My job is to fill in that gap and give you the nugget, the catalyst you need to wake up. We are not saying resign from your job immediately. No, see your job as a stepping stone, as a tool to now start that new business venture by the side. And there are a lot of them. As I go in this teaching, as you subscribe, you will see us take the issue of bakery, poultry, pure water factory, name them, processing, waste processing, fashion design, nail and making. You will see how we break it down to minute details that even you, with just 100,000 naira, can start up a business. Even you, with just half of your current salary, can start up a business. And that business you start off, in 2-3 years down the line, will certainly become your saving grace. Hear me again. Nobody has the monopoly of making money. You must rise above mediocrity. Now, once you are providing service or product that people need, as I said, once you are providing services or product that people need, you are on a path to success. Because the fact still remains that people will tell you a lot of things. We have just addressed the issue of the dignity of labor. Begin to imbibe that culture now and have it continuously. Begin to imbibe that culture of the dignity of labor. Now, the last segment we'll have on this second section is about the truth. And I'll throw this question to you. And that is where we will take off in the third edition. What guides your choice of business? Is it your passion, your emotion, or profit? What should guide your choice of business? Your passion, your emotion, or profit? I know you have heard the saying, follow your passion. Meet me in the third edition. Subscribe in the red button below, and you'll be shocked of what will be your answer. Thank you very much, and I see you next time again.